Alright, this is a quick review for the Delani Magnifica Evo, the new automatic, or I guess semi-automatic espresso machine. So you can adjust that. I've got pretty tall glasses. I don't have any dedicated espresso glasses anymore. But, so I call it like a semi-automatic because the whole espresso is automatic, but at this model, I think this is one of the lower automatic model. It's just under $1,000 Canadian, but it does everything for your actual espresso. You put the beans, you can put pre-ground in there if you've got your own grinder or you grind them in stores. And it has the bean hopper back there. The only manual thing really is you can adjust the grind. It comes with manuals, a quick start guide, and it'll show you like, oh, if your espresso is this color, turn the knob that way, it needs to be finer. If it's, too dark, turn the knob that way. It needs to be like a golden, you want to get that little crema on top. But once you have, you pick your espresso brand you like, you should be pretty good. Just putting the bean on the top, grinding away, and you should be good to go. I didn't read the whole manual in depth. I had reviewed the manual version of the machine, which you get a lot more control obviously on the manual machine. And on the manual machine, they do recommend you measure it by gram, and then you put it into the grinder and it'll grind just the right amount. In this one, it said, just put the beans on top. So I've just filled it up. It does seem like there's it's not, fully hermetically sealed. So I don't know if in the long run, I would still go back to weighing my beans and putting maybe a little bit more than I need, just to make sure it has, the right amount of weight in beans in the grinder, or maybe just storing my beans in a sealed container and having a manual grinder and just doing the pre-ground mode. But for now, I'm just trying it with the beans in the back and the way it's the default. So you can do custom recipes, but it's got the espresso, coffee, long with double espresso, Americano, which is an espresso and then water, and then the over ice, which is iced coffee-ish. I did notice that it's not the super hot on there. You can also control the amount of bean and then the the strength. But I just left everything on default to really try the default, since it is an automatic machine. I called it semi-automatic because if you go for more expensive models in this Magnifica family, you will get some where you just put your milk or milk alternative in a little container here, and you can do a latte straight through the machine. But if you want to save a bit of money, if you don't mind, this is not an artist spout. You're not going to do latte art with this. This is very simple. I used it. It's easy to use. The one thing before I go into a little bit deeper, the one thing I don't like about this whole package is it did not come with the little metal cup. I mean, it's almost $1,000. I get that this is the beginner model, but I would have really liked it if it just included that little Delani cup. I mean, you can get it for $20-$40 depending on where. Just look on Amazon, you'll find a bunch of them. I've just been using a glass measuring cup. It works, because they say add 100 milliliters of milk. That's their recommended. You put it in. It doesn't say a lot of frothing. It's not an artist, latte art one. It's just kind of does the job, but it does it well. It it textures the milk pretty well. Yep. Yeah, well, so now it's cleaning the machine because I've been testing it out, doing espressos. I didn't turn it off, but it turns itself off automatically. There's a large drip tray, and you can see the water's it's fine. So there's no problem with that, but it's just cleaning itself out, turning itself off. I'm going to turn it back on. It's going to make a bunch of noise. When it's turning itself on and warming up, you can put either a container or you can let it go straight in the drip tray, because I do suggest you clean the drip tray, like after at least once a day or after each week. Honestly, if you're making a bunch of espressos, wait till you're done. But because I'm gonna do an espresso and then I'll show you where the pucks end up. So, alright, so it's very loud, but there's no way around that. Let's see if I have the right setting. I don't know if I got the correct setting on my beans yet. So now I think it's just warming up the water. So, there you go. I mean, okay, it's not too bad. That's pretty good. Seems like the right golden color. And I can still play around with the grind a little bit, maybe find different beans, but seems alright. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then the latte wand is pretty easy. You just, if you swing it open up to here, it's just hot water, and you click it up and then it's steam. You just put the milk in your container, you hold it up, maximum of 60 seconds, and it'll bubble up and texture up the milk for you, and then you can put it into your espresso. I just wanted to pull this out. So in the back here, you'll see I was testing out several beverages today. I do the long a lot. And in this one, I believe if you select the long recipe, you'll do one puck, pull the shot, discard it, make a second puck, pull the shot. It won't do like a bigger puck. So I'm not sure. I haven't tried customizing too much because again, it's an automatic one, and I kind of wanted to, do the least amount of customizing and just enjoy how it does the coffee for me. And other than having to change the grind level a little bit, you'll see in the back here, there's actually a knob in the back over there. You can just hit that to make the grind finer or coarser. Or again, you could measure out your stuff and just pour it directly into the pre-grind thing. It's really nice that it does the puck for you because if you haven't done manual espresso before, it's kind of like, it's not rocket science, but it is kind of an art. And if you don't really want to spend a month or several days just making espressos over and over until you're like, oh, this is exactly how I like it and how I want it, you just want a quick automatic espresso, this is good. And the other thing too is being sub $1,000. It's a little expensive, but if you're someone who goes to Starbucks a lot, or goes out for espressos a lot, it will eventually pay for itself. And you do still have some control. And you can see stuff like this, like You can see I'm above counters here. I still have to pour the beans in here, but it's easy once I tune the grind to what I want. I can just pour it in here, or I can get a cup in there. But it's nice because a lot of the machines have the tank in the back that lifts up, and even I have the Delony, like a manual machine, and you didn't have to lift it up super high, but you had to lift it up, kind of squeeze it out of there. But with the front machine, it's really a design for ease of use, automatic, and the only thing you have to really do is do not forget to clean your dip tray, empty out the thing. I mean, you don't have to do it every day. You should wipe down the steam wand every time you use it and try to get inside a little bit too to make sure you don't get like moldy milk on there. But that's just common sense. The other thing too is like you need to read at least the quick start guide, even with this automatic machine. You know, it will take you maybe 20 minutes to get it set up, get it running, there's like an initial cleaning, and there's a little descaling button that lights on. It comes with a descaler agent, and that has to do with how hard your water is. If you're running on well water, definitely 100% you should be like treating your water before you put it in there. They have a little like a water softener add-on you can put in there that they recommend. But if you're using city water that is really good, then you could skip that for the most part. It does come with test strips to test your water as well. So, I mean, it's like definitely usable, and definitely for under $1,000, like just under $1,000, I'm impressed for the quality. I wasn't sure how well it was going to work, and again it's not doing your lattes automatically, but this one is easy enough to use, and you know first time, if you use the recommended 100 milliliters of milk or milk alternative, and you just put it in there and you just stick it in there, you don't have to really get it right under the surface or anything. You just get a little bit of volume on it and then pour it in. It works out pretty good. And I'm really impressed with this entry model. And if you do want automatic lattes without having to touch anything, you'll need to pay more. But if you're more of an espresso, like straight up espresso or espresso over ice, or Americano drinker, this is great for you, and you get to save some money. You don't have to tamp your coffee. You don't have to, weigh it every time you want an espresso. You can just boop once you got your settings. And if you do want to mess with it a little bit more, you can do custom settings. You can make it more powerful. Oh yeah, see, look. I think I need more water here. I made so many espressos that it wants me to add more water. But no, this is a 5 stars for the price, for the model. The other thing too is, it's not that wide. It's a little deep. My kitchen is a little small, so I don't know how long I'm going to keep this set up like this. But it is a pretty compact machine, and it is narrow. So if you have deep counters, but you don't have a lot of counter space, this is a good espresso machine for you. It's also great if you're busy in the morning. You can just press the button and get your espresso. But if you want to do your latte again, you'll need to spend at least 1 minute, around 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes, like pouring your milk in, turning this on and everything. So, but I'm really impressed with the quality performance of this machine.
Hi guys, so I will be recording a video of me making the latte macchiato as a single cup decaffeinated ground beans being used. So disregard the condition of my cup. It's my second cup of coffee, so I just do not rinse it in between. So to start with, I will change the setting from the ground to preset like this. And I will use the spoon, well, slightly more than a spoon of already ground beans. So here we close the compartment. We choose the drink, and it will be latte. And now we'll see how it goes. If you want, you can drop the coffee spout slightly lower. I bought the coffee machine thinking that I need to cut down on the coffee and I would rather enjoy 1 cup a day, but a great one versus 5 to 6 cups of whatever. Oh well, I ended up having up to 5 cups a day, enjoying every single cup of it. And I'm thinking that you might do that too. So here you see the amount of the drink that comes out. It is standard setting that came out of the box. I did not change any volume for the first ingredient or for the second ingredient. So that is what you get for the standard setting latte. Okay, it beeped, so we're done, and here you are. You have a cup of a freshly made latte macchiato. Enjoy. Still going in there. There it is. I just bought this the Longhey Magnifica Evo, and I'm so frustrated because I just put it together and I put water on it. However, once I put the water tank in all the way, it's like a major leak. Look, you get to watch it. And that's the leak right there. It's super major leak, and that's not good. So I don't know how to do this because it's like a water leaking from there.